the first project we had with Shelly, that was a big mistake, but we learned on it. What we did, we hired a few people. They built like a prepayment solution, but it took us 3 months, and already the steam was already over. So we didn't get enough money. So having a special widget, now every campaign is over, and people just from Kickstarter getting to the website of the owner of the product and paying as a prepayment. For instance, Woolet, as you can see here, after campaign raised more than 35,000 US dollars, and next week is actually we starting shipping it. So make money and find tools, not build them. That's one thing. Success or failure. So what kind of game can be run on Kickstarter or Indiegogo, and how can you be sure that it will be successful or not? So as you can see here, the example, it's the same campaign but shown in a different way. One is successful, one is a failure. If there is a failure, just don't worry. Just close it, finish, or just make in 2 months' time. Just change it, because experience I have, I know exactly what can be successful, what not. But this is not 100% assurance. We can reduce the risk, because the major thing at Kickstarter is the market, which is over there. At Kickstarter, we cannot measure it. We can measure everything before Kickstarter on just normal basis, but we cannot measure everything which is on Kickstarter, since we don't know it. It's closed ecosystem. We need to go exactly and run it within the first week. If the first week shows us there's traction, we can put some money and boost it and make sure that sending in advertisement $300 US per day, we can get in return from 6,000 to 9,000 US dollars back. Nothing is, if you even think about Kickstarter, you have to have budgets. Budgets actually to make sure that you have to burn money, optimize it, but make sure that whatever you do, you have conversion much better. I told you at the very beginning of this presentation, pardon me, that the e-commerce means 1% if there is a good market fit. That gives you the conversion. At Kickstarter, for the last campaign like Swimo, the conversion was 7.8%. This is something that if you're in the e-commerce business, if you do this, this is just amazing. The reason for that, you get half of the traffic internal from Kickstarter, and that's why it's really worth go there. So what's the other advantages of having Kickstarter? First of all, once you get the traction, you can get a VC, and there is there's lots of money in the basket, but VCs are actually is not the same VC like used to be before. Before it was like you just draw something on a piece of paper and sold yourself, so your team, an idea, and you just got money. And when I was in San Diego and San Francisco talking to VCs, they told me that everything has changed since the rich Russian guys with lots of money moving to the States, telling they VCs, but they weren't VCs. They were just, with lots of money guys. They invested money in Facebook. They showed to others, why risk? Let's put in something that already has some traction. So since then, getting money from VCs in the States is much harder if you don't have any traction. And traction can be anything. To be moving from one point to another one, to get 5 users and to have another five in 2 months' time, and to have traction using Kickstarter and showing that you got product market fit, you raised a lot of money on Kickstarter. And this is a very important thing you can do. You can use Kickstarter for this reason. You get spotlight from VCs in the States. They would like to talk to you. Another spotlight, which is very important, is a distribution channel. Because I'm running Woolet, the smart wallet, we got already contacts with 23 distributors all over the world. We got a LOI signed with Mark and Spencer. We sold already 60 units to big retailers in the States. We had to actually move our operational and sales in New Jersey just to make sure we can fulfill it. This is something that people, if they see, it's a traction on Kickstarter, they would like to have it. They would like to have it first. So having a VC, having distributors, and having some fame. So at the end of my presentation, I would like to just tell you that you need to have a plan. Like everywhere, but having a plan, it means, let me just tell you quickly in the stages you have to make. Have the idea about the product or service. Bluff. Make some, 3D, if there is a subject, product, just print it out from the printer. Make very cool, pack shots. Hire very good, guy that does this. Make very cool website. And bluff. Tell already exist. That's stage 1. Stage 2, set up like email account over there, just to make sure that people will be signing up to get information about this product, about the service, and learn from how much will cost to obtain this user for that, and from which channel, from which country. Find out at this stage the best product market fit, knowing that at Kickstarter is a bit different story. That's stage 2. The next stage, build great database of emails. This is the most important thing, because you know that 10% when convert in the first day of the Kickstarter, that will trick and crack Kickstarter. Kickstarter will get a message, this is popular. If this is popular, I need to give them the benefit of the doubt and put them into the popular, category. And it's like being on the 5th place in Google rank and being on the first one. And you will get the full promotion from Kickstarter. And the last one, when you raise, the money, you need to focus on earning even more. Set up like a sneak peek or salary. Or there's lots of, widgets like sneak peek, but still, make money. And after 2, 3, 4 months time, you are ready to ship your product. And that's the story. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this very valuable speech. Do you have any questions to our speaker? If so, please raise your hand, okay? That's the first question.
So do I understand correctly that you also offer not only doing the campaigns by yourself, but also a consultancy and advising about them?
Yes, indeed. I run a company called Mimi Group Crowdfunding. It's in the very center of Krakow, next to Market Square at Floriańska Street. It's a 12 people that they do the only crowdfunding. We already filled up with the orders for up to, next year. That's very hard to actually fit in, because even based on the PARP message that I got recently, from 10 the most funded Kickstarter projects, 4 were made by us. So there's no company in Poland that actually focusing on this business. That's what we do. I'm focusing on helping Polish companies, and not only Polish, to actually do successful Kickstarter.
Okay, more questions?
You mentioned about the landing page as a first step to get the email addresses. How to position this landing page in a short time to be on the first page?
Positioning actually is a long-term idea. You don't need to position now, because the CEO actually doesn't work that way. What you do, you have to pay for the traffic. So it's not search engine. You have to pay for the traffic. So use the budgets regarding Facebook, AdSense, remarketing, using the pixels and measure everything. So whatever you actually spend money on, you need to use the pixel on the thank you page, which is combined with the landing page, so you know exactly from which channel, which budgets convert the best. And once you do this, just put like there's a software called Optimizely. So you can put special software that will automatically change the copy, graphics, everything in the same way, and that will show you where the best conversion is. So you stick at the end with what the outcome is.
Okay, anyone else? Yes, great.
The sex toy you mentioned, actually it didn't go pretty well through the Indiegogo, but finally they got investors, and moreover currently the Italian hackers are interested in this product because they want to hack that.
Yes, I'm with Kuba in very close touch. They got some investors. I keep my fingers crossed for that. I even told him that I will help him to find different, because I just figured out a new way of advertisement of this kind of projects, which was kind of recent thing. And yeah, I mean, it's a great project for very brave people, though, but because it's very hard to advertise.
So you have a successful project, and how do you get out of the Kickstarter cycle? Because I've seen many companies that had the first Kickstarter and then another one and another one, and they really didn't kick off. They were just crowdfunding all the time.
Okay, that's a very good point. I have my own spin-offs, you know, like Cooled, which I'm focusing very strongly on, and I'm taking care of the life after. So I'm focusing on actually not only to have a Kickstarter, but to have shipping, to have, you know, distribution. I'm focusing on product launch and selling. That's the two areas where I'm really focusing on selling online. And now I have another thing that I'm really into is using Amazon. Amazon not only as marketplace, but like it B2B. So that's area where I would like to, and my team, not only have a Kickstarter, but to have successful, you know, traction later on.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay, so one more question from me. Do you reject some projects? What are the conditions that have to be met for you to accept the project to work with?
That's a very good question. First of all, I don't take any projects if they're like portals. It's very hard to sell software, I can tell you, because it's not tangible. You need to have something, you know, physical, something that everyone can use. If there is a niche product, it's very good to sell, you know, outside Kickstarter, but not at Kickstarter. I regret actually to have projects that they don't have the prep made before. If someone's coming to me, let's do next month in campaign, but I don't have any mailing, you know, database made already. I don't have nothing. I don't have Facebook. I don't have 5,000, you know, fans, because this actually builds this credibility I told you before. This social proof is so important. Without the prep, I'm not doing. If someone will tell me, okay, I can do some graphics, but this is something that if the campaign is not successful, the shade on it will lay on me. So I'm trying not to touch it. Any campaign, if I work with, we need to have at least 2-3 months time prior.
Okay. Are we done? I assume you are. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Big applause.